Hello, everybody. My name is Dima Rudenko. I'm the founder of SaaS Founders Community, helping founders of software development companies to find newbie clients with LinkedIn. So today we're going to speak about unusual topic. So should you as an IT founder start working with your relatives, especially when you are going to establish and develop your business with relatives? There are a lot of pros and cons for that case, and let us go deep inside of that and find out what are the pros for that, for example. So first of all, the family business usually have an atmosphere of trust and mutual support. Due to Stanford University study, there are 75 respondents believe that the level of trust in these family businesses is higher because of the engagement of the close relatives opposed to third-party partners. Secondly, usually the family members, they usually share common values, worldviews, and the vision of the business development, right? And thirdly, by joining their forces, by joining their assets and their experience, relatives can invest much more significant resources in a common cause, but not only financial resources, as I told, but experience, business connections, real estate, etc. So naturally, here are the biggest pros. But what about the cons? If we speak about the cons, we should be very careful that people usually face the difficulty in clearly distinguishing between personal relationship and business interests, which can cause many problems. According to workplace trends, 45% of relatives who work together complain that their business model hurts their family relationships, right? Secondly, even in one family, there are different views on the business development, and it can harm the business and sometimes even be the reason of, let's say, of stopping of doing business together. The third, the family relations, they can family ties often prevent an objective and impartial assessment of the contribution and performance of individual team members. So if you're working in a big business or you have a lot of family members, they're trying to divide on different clans and they're trying to protect one another, and that gives, let's say, a big problem how to evaluate what was the impact of one person to another one. So sometimes it can be a problem. So what are actually the tips to overcome these, let's say, cons and to use the pros at most? First of all, if you decide to go into the family business, to start family business, you have to clearly distribute the duties and areas of responsibility, because in case you do this, it will protect, let's say, your roles, and it will not mix up your family and business roles, number one. Then you should establish rules and norms of interactions, right? So for example, I think it will be very useful to write down a document where every rules are described, and all the, let's say, duties and obligations are, let's say, are put on the written form, and you can easily understand what are your responsibility, what's your responsibility, and what are the responsibilities of other people, right? And the third point, you should engage independent advisors for objectivity and external experts that help to make informed decisions, help to, let's say, to make the life cycle of this business 30% longer due to the Forbes research, right? So that's why it's up to you to decide to go or not to go to the family business. Myself, I decided to work with external partners because for me, it's much more important not to mix up the roles of me as a husband, as a father, with my role as a boss, as the CEO and the co-founder, right? So that's why I usually find partners where we have common values, we share common values, and that's why it's much more easier to get the best results. So you know the pros, you know the cons, so it's up to you how to decide where should you go and what's your, let's say, way of doing business. There is no one-fit-all solution. So decide it yourself, but we be very careful of pros and cons, and be wise to, let's say, to deliver your business the maximum solution and the max benefits it can get. So thank you. Subscribe to our networks. Have a good day. Have a really good and big contracts, and hope to see you soon. Bye-bye.